And I was like, what is happening? Am I in another dimension where everybody's stupid? Like, what is going on? You liked my solo better, but you chose the guy for the blues competition that just had massive technique and played all of his stuff all over the guitar. And I was pissed because I was like, I'm in a world of stupid people that are looking at the wrong thing. A lot of guitar players are constantly in this comparison mode. They're always comparing themselves to other guitar players. Even when they see something they like, they may even take that thing that they like and learn from it, but still have this resentment towards the person playing it. It's so funny. I've talked to so many guitar players about how they find themselves playing to the other guitar players in the room instead of the people who are there to enjoy the music. You know, this idea that you're playing for the most critical person. And a lot of times the other guitar players in the back of the room, they're not even paying attention because they're so worried about themselves. They're not even really paying attention to what you're doing. And even if they are judging what you're doing, who cares, right? Well, a long time ago, I did the Guitar Center Battle of the Blues Guitar Player competition. I don't know if you guys remember this, but like this is maybe like 10, 15 years ago. Guitar Center would do these Battle of the Blues Guitar Players things. And so I was pretty excited about it because I thought that I could make an impact for sure. I thought that I could come up with something that would really shine. And you know, I love blues music, so I put together a few solos, and using what I really do best, which is I used a Gretsch, and I played a lot of like chord voicings in my solos and stuff. And I ended up playing something that I thought was really quite good. And I showed up, played my solos. I, of course, chose like the Freddie King tune because that's my favorite guitar player of all time. And I made it to the second round. And I was like, okay, this is in the bag. I was the only one out of the first group of players, talking about comparison, who was really playing ideas and then developing them as the solo went on. So I know that I have you know, we all can get better. We're all trying to get better. But at the time, I saw that if I just kind of put a composition together, even if I used the composition as the basis for my improv, it would have a structure and people would enjoy what I was playing. And I was right. So I made it to the second round and I was super stoked. And the second round, the only other guitar player I remember at the second round, actually there was two, but the one that actually won the second round was this big bodybuilder dude who every solo, he was playing every single note on his guitar. So he was doing something that I would consider to be not musical. It was more like an athletic event for him. And we all know guitar players who play like that. And he was playing so fast over these tunes, and he's playing every note, super distorted sound. So it was more like an athletic thing, or just here's a demonstration of how fast I could play through the whole song. The guy had massive technique. And I thought to myself, well, there's no way he's going to win because that doesn't sound like the blues at all. That doesn't sound like the blues at all. Everyone has their opinion of what the blues is. And everybody has their opinion of what is good and what isn't. So I was pretty sure that, you know, people who like blues music would go, oh, I'm gonna win. Basically, I thought I was gonna win because I thought that what I played had a lot more feeling than this other guy who was just shredded. Turns out I didn't win. That guy won, and I was like, what is happening? How in the world is this guy winning a blues competition? Something that's so based on like feeling and putting feeling into the music. So I talked to the judges afterwards. I'm like, hey, what happened, man? Like, and one of the judges, I think one of the judges was in that band Herman's Hermits back in the day. And he goes, oh, I enjoyed your solo way more. I thought your solo was great. But that guy just had so much technique, I had to give it to him. And I was like, what is happening? Am I in another dimension where everybody's stupid? Like, what is going on? You liked my solo better, but you chose the guy for the blues competition that just had massive technique and played all of his stuff all over the guitar. And I was pissed because I was like, I'm in a world of stupid people that are looking at the wrong thing. And you might actually feel that way now about everything. Everybody's looking about status and how they look and not really focusing on who they are. But that's a whole nother subject. We'll talk about that later. I realized at that moment that you can never play to other guitar players, or you can never play to anyone except what you feel is the best thing. And you want to connect with what you like. And of course, I guess we could all spend our time just shredding and playing as fast as we can. I mean, even I've been taking some gigs lately where I need to play this hard rock stuff. So I've been working up some speed and like working up some really fast stuff because that's the style. I'm always erring on the side of playing the right style and playing something musical in that style. But man, you gotta rely on what you think is good and what you really enjoy. So I think there was 2 more rounds of elimination after that, and the Muscle Man did not make it to the next round. And I think that year, the guy that ended up winning was the guy that was playing with 2 slides, and that guy sounded great. Not only was he doing some acrobatic, like really impressive technical stuff with 2 slides, but he was real soulful in the way he's playing. So it was not a total loss. It was not. I wasn't in another dimension after all. But don't listen to what other people think is important. You got to choose for you what is important about your music. And so, you know, I make a lot of statements on this channel about like, this is the amp to use and this is the way to play. And of course, I'm talking about my view and the music that I come from, which is like traditional blues stuff from the 50s, rockabilly music, traditional country. That's my taste, and that's what I really love. If you like to shred and play as fast as you can, and that's what it's about for you, then go for it. But everyone gotta choose what they love about it. You know, there's no right way. Well, I guess the right way is your way, and the wrong way would be trying to cater to what you think other people want or what they think is good. Of course, I also talk on this channel about working for other people as a guitar player. In that instance, you really want to serve what the person hiring you wants. But if you can't do that and you have to change your whole style, maybe you're not the person for that gig, and that's okay too. Anyway, I lost at the Guitar Center Battle of the Blues competition. In fact, one of the best guitar players I know out in LA, he lost as well, and he played one of the most beautiful blues solos I've ever heard right there at the competition. Hope you guys enjoy this content. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think, and subscribe. See ya.